my blade. And let's go! Motion if you want to cast more spells.
Legate de Sade, I presume.
Indeed. Delighted to meet you, Your Grace.
The accounts I've been given of you and your companions don't do you justice. Truly, it is a pleasure. We're going to become wonderful friends, you and I'm sure of it. Say, aren't we going to be cousins soon?
Pardon me, Your Grace, but I'm not sure I follow. And if I may ask, what is it precisely that brings you to this remote island?
Haven't you heard? Well, it seems the messengers on this island are not particularly reliable. No matter. Your uncle and my father have decided that your cousin, Prince Constantine, and I are to be married. So, here I am.
My! This is incredible news.
I know you must be surprised. However, this alliance will be a wonderful way to put an end to the enmity between us, don't you think?
Indeed. But I should warn you that the current situation is complicated. My cousin seems to have got it into his head that he'll conquer the island and...
Oh? What audacity! But I'm sure our allies won't look very favorably on this situation. Still, I have to admit that such ambition only piques my interest in my new fiancé. I don't think it jeopardizes our arrangements. Not for the moment, at least. Then, you and I will be cousins, of course. Furthermore, I was hoping I might be able to count on your assistance.
Of course, Your Grace. What can I do for you?
You see, I didn't want to impose myself on New Serene until all the necessary arrangements had been made for my arrival. I had the Norts drop us off in a quiet place outside the city. Too far outside the city, clearly. There were these savages and bandits skulking around the woods and threatening us. They even robbed me. Worst of all, they took the chest in which I was keeping the marriage contract.
Savages? The only savages I know are the ones who invaded our home.
Oh, please forgive me. I meant no disrespect. Natives, then, is it? In any case, it's absolutely mortifying to have to ask you this, but you know the island and its inhabitants better than I do. Could you perhaps retrieve the chest for me? I would be eternally grateful, cousin.
Can you tell me more about the theft?
Of course. We were unloading our things from those horrid little boats that the Nauts get about in when it was taken. I was busy setting up camp at the time, so I didn't see who it was. My men didn't see much either, because it was dark. But certain natives from the region stopped by in the morning. They were aggressive and insisted that we leave. I'm sure they were behind the robbery, unless it was just bandits. There were a couple that my men chased away, but that's all I know.
Thank you. We'll get about finding it.
Is there anything else?
I won't deny that I'm surprised to hear about your engagement to my cousin, despite the excellent reason you put forth.
Surely you didn't think your cousin would stay single forever. Know that although the decision was not my own, I'm very pleased about it. I got the impression your uncle thought a wedding might calm your cousin a little. And now that he's in the role of governor, he needs a wife of his standing. My father saw an opportunity to get me away from Peren, where I was in great danger, and found me a worthy husband in the process. But again, it's clear that their main intention was to put an end to years of conflict. Is there anything else?
Since we're going to be cousins, I'll have to get to know you better.
Well, aren't you just lovely? I'm afraid there isn't much to tell. I was raised like any good princess, educated in both arts and arms. But, as I had several older brothers, I was never really given a political role. I'm still my father's favorite, though. You may know that I've already been married once, but my husband was murdered in cold blood as part of a plot at court.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
You're too kind. After he died, my father decided it was best to send me away from Peren. He knew your cousin was unmarried and was tired of the futile disputes between our families. So he contacted Prince d'Orsay, and the rest is history. Is there anything else?
I must be going, Your Grace.
But of course.
This whole wedding business seems quite questionable. I'm not familiar with the customs of the congregation's great families. But this...
I can't believe it either. There is too much rancor between our families.
Could the contract she spoke of be forged? Is it even possible? I'm not familiar with the practice.
A document can be forged, especially by them. This much is clear. If we find it, it'll need close scrutiny. If I've understood correctly, the chest was here when it was stolen. Ah, there are footprints which lead away from the camp. other footprints here. They're quite deep. As if the person who made them were carrying a heavy load. We're on the right path. The undergrowth has been crushed. Several people pass through here.
Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this freight!
Footprints seem less hurried. Thieves must have felt safer here. We must be getting close.
Eggs are rare on this island. We don't see many around here. But I'm convinced they don't eat their prey where they catch it. They would normally take it back to their lair.
Maybe they were about to do just that when we got here. Let's look around. We'll soon find out. And let's not forget Aurelia's chest. That's curious. On closer inspection, these men were obviously not killed by animals. The stab wounds are clearly visible. The fact that these outlaws were stabbed is highly suspicious. We'd best go back to the camp and return the chest. The De Vespe coat of arms. This must be the chest Aurelia asked us to find.
Is there any way to open it? We could examine this contract of hers.
I can't see a lock, and we'd be hard-pressed to explain why we broke it. We'd better bring it back untouched.
Wait. Look, there seem to be soldiers over there. We should observe them before jumping into their arms.
It seems they're Aurelia de Vespe's swordsmen. I'm afraid it is now beyond doubt. These men were sent to ambush us. Aurelia sent us to recover that chest solely in order to get rid of us.
We should teach those assassins and their mistress a lesson. But, since we spotted them, if you'd rather avoid trouble... Bit of poison on my brain. Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fight!
That horrible woman sent us to uncover her chest in order to get rid of us. She hoped these killers would be the end of us. She deserves Enon Mirfrichteman's wrath. May he engulf her in lava. What do you intend to do?
She'll have to answer for this. But, given the power of her family, we must remain polite.
didn't think I'd see you again. So soon.
Is that because you'd hoped we'd be clawed to death by those beasts, or because you thought your assassins would get the better of us?
Come now, who do you take me for? I was just putting your courage to the test, that's all. A princess's whim. I kindly suggest you forget all about this little incident. You see, my dear, we de Vesps have a habit of knowing as much about our enemies as our friends. I'm afraid my father's men have obtained some rather sensitive information, which, well, if the other governors were to find out, it could very well jeopardize your position, along with that of the D'Orsay. If word were to get out about your origin, for example...
Are you trying to blackmail me?
Oh, what a horrid word! Come now, I would never do such a thing. Let's just say that I'm ensuring your loyalty. In fact, some of my men are already at the courts of Hikmet and San Mateus, and ready to act if you try anything. But I'm sure it won't come to that. We'll soon be part of the same family, after all.
I must be going, Your Grace.
But of course. Goodbye, dear cousin. You're back. Can I do anything for you?
Here is your chest. This is the one you sent me to fetch.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you for your help. You have shown yourself to be as reliable as they say. Long may it continue to be the case. Well, now that I've recovered my precious documents, you'll be able to deliver the wedding contract to your cousin in New Serene. I await the preparations for my arrival and accommodation. Then there'll be plenty of time to prepare the ceremony with my husband-to-be.
The arrival of a noble lady such as yourself will require several arrangements. New Serene is a very new city.
Yes, I'm sure. Don't dither for too long now. I'm counting on you to be as quick as possible. And to convince your cousin and his men to be reasonable. You know what's at stake. Is there anything else?
I must be going, Your Grace.
But of course.
She has us. We now have the contract, but even if it does turn out to be forged, we have no choice but to bend to her will.
Curses. That woman is more vicious than a scorpion fish. Do you have any idea which family secrets she's uncovered?
There's no way of knowing without those documents. I can guarantee one thing. The D'Orsay family has many secrets, and if they got out...
The same can be said of all noble families, of course. In that case, we must find those documents before she uses them. We should go to Hikmet and San Mateus to find the henchmen she sent.
You're right. It's the only way to put an end to this alliance, and supplant the Viper.
Your Excellency, Her Highness... Her Highness, Aurelia de Vespe of the Merchant Congregation has sent me to convey her regards. She would like to assure you of her deepest respect and her unwavering support as an ally, with any troubles you may encounter. She also wishes to forewarn you that the person who until now presented himself as the congregation's legate may soon lose his position. Indeed, he is believed to have lied about his lineage, and doubt has now been cast upon his titles of nobility. It is also rumored that he is engaged in questionable dealings involving the guilds and the natives. We sincerely hope that, until this situation has been clarified, you will treat him with the utmost suspicion. Naturally, if these allegations prove to be true, a new legate will be appointed by Her Highness immediately.
I must say that you have quite the nerve. I've come to expect these kind of manipulations from the nobles of the congregation. You come before my court on the behalf of a woman I do not know, and you wish to have it out with one of your own legates. I will not stand for it. We may not always see eye to eye with de Sardet, but he has proven himself to be honest, and has always been very responsive to our requests. Settle your differences amongst yourselves before coming to me, and in the meantime, leave this place and don't come back, madam. I don't know who that conniving woman is, but I don't like her manners. I hope she doesn't have the nerve to come back here. Your affairs must be very complex, for such a viper to come all the way here to spit its venom at you.
Indeed, Your Excellency. In short, the de Vespes, one of the congregation's great families, have just arrived on the island and wish to settle here. At the expense of my uncle's family, naturally. And they will clearly stop at nothing to do so.
A pox on those schemers. I don't envy you, de Sardet. You should settle this affair swiftly. If left unattended, those kind of rumors tend to achieve their intended purpose.
That's exactly what I plan to do. Do you know where I could find the ambassador?
I've heard that she and her entourage took up residence in a farm just out of town. It appears she's just gone home to roost. You should go and ruffle her feathers.
I must go.
Naturally. I will...
These nobles are shameless. If the governor didn't respect you, like he does, who knows? What kind of information do you expect to find here?
I don't know. We cannot take the risk of letting it spread. Even lies can be dangerous. We must tread carefully. The de Vespes are experts in the art of manipulation. We must ensure that these documents never get out.
Come closer! Come closer! All my wares are in the vanguard.
Here come the de Vespe ambassador and her henchmen.
Let's hide. You may hear where the documents you seek are hidden.
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! Let's see if you ward off this fate!
Pronto estaré Nestiri.
Damn it! It was a trap.
bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
There are some documents, but it's not the evidence Aurelia spoke of. These documents speak of you. It appears that the De Vesps sought out information on each of you, hoping to influence you or to drive a wedge between us.
Could you read it to me? Oh, I would like to know what a bunch of Renaigze may have found out about me.
This is just further proof of their deceit, and the so-called evidence got away again. Let's search these men. We may find something useful. According to this letter, the chest was given to a merchant in town who deals with the De Vesps. He was ordered to hand it to the governor if something happens to the delegation.
So that's where they put those documents you seek. If we're fast, we can get them back before the merchant learns of their deaths.
Come closer! Come closer! All my wares will be back.
Hello. Are you Valens?
Indeed. What can I do for your lordship? Are you looking for tools for your workers? I have a large range of tools. Everything you need for mining or timber harvesting.
I have no interest in your goods. I have been sent by Her Highness, Aurelia de Vespe. She asked me to recover a chest you have in your keeping.
Of course, of course. It's stuffed between my goods in the street just behind us. I hope you tell your mistress that I obeyed her orders.
Do not worry. She will be told.
Your Excellency, it
Where do you...
knows that... Thanks for your visit.
Hello. Are you the guard who left me a message at the embassy?
Greetings, Your Excellency. Yes, it was me. I thought you should be warned when I saw those vermin bearing the De Vespe livery.
This is indeed interesting information. Do you know if they're staying in town?
The delegation leader is always at the tavern. He drinks heavily. His men wander around town looking for trouble.
Thank you. I imagine you're expecting a reward.
No, Your Excellency, keep your money. I'll consider myself highly rewarded if you manage to put a stop to their horrible manipulative plans. My old battalion was almost completely lost to those vipers. They led us into a trap and left us to rot, so I don't know what you wish to do to them. But I wish you the best success.
Hello. I wonder if we might have a word.
De Sardet. The D'Orsay family's henchman. I knew it. I knew I would meet my end by accepting this mission. After what you did to Ambassador Lavoisin in Hikmet.
If the Ambassador and her men had not attacked me, they would certainly still be alive. Since you know who I am, you must know why I'm here.
Yes. The document chest. But don't think you can scare me into giving it to you. I've been scared to death since I got to this town. Since I got to this island. But I will not betray them.
Come. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Let's talk over a drink.
I imagine you mean to get me drunk to kill me more easily. Why not? Couldn't make things any worse. I may as well seek an inebriated death. But make no mistake, I won't tell you anything. I know where my loyalties lie. Even if I was sent on a suicide mission.
I'm sure of it. But why do you think they gave you this mission?
I imagine that I did something which displeased Her Highness. But I really don't know. Forget about it. My glass is already empty.
Go on. Have another. You'll feel better for it.
Oh, at least it warms me. Maybe it's because I complained when I was told I would be escorting the princess. I worked for her father before. Alexandre de Vespe is quite a man. Harsh and intelligent. But his daughter... she isn't as crazed as Octave, the cursed son. But she's still very dangerous. I'd watch out if I were you. And I really didn't want to come to this island. My whole family is in Peren, for goodness sakes. Oh, look. My glass is empty again.
Here. Have a bit more.
Oh, you're not as bad as they say, you know? Anyway, I ended up with this accursed mission, and I thought to myself, ha-ha! I will not be screwed over. No, I'm clever too, you know? Well, I'm mostly clever. Right now, I'm a bit, So, I sought out your worst enemies in this town, and I found some Inquisitors who really don't like you. They were very happy to take the chest. Fools. The fact remains that you will never find in which of the warehouses around the port their hideout is. And now, you have no reason to kill me. Wasn't that very clever?
Indeed. Very well. Seeing as you can't help me, I'll leave you to your drunkenness.
May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off.
Good day, de Sardet. How can I help you?
Thanks. I've got it.
So you found us. But don't rejoice too soon. You will not leave this warehouse alive.
Come. I'm sure we can work this out. I only want the De Vespe chest.
Don't count on it. Because of you, our order has been driven off this island and the governor treats us like criminals.
We shall avenge our brothers and our order.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! It's blocked. A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! What are these posters? They weren't here before.
What does it say? I can't read your language.
What is this nonsense? Another DeVesp trick. I'll truly stop at nothing. These posters could cause a full-scale riot. We must stop them from spreading around town.
The crowd is restless. It must be because of these posters. If we do nothing, the situation could get out of hand.
I knew this Constantine wasn't who he claimed to be. As for de Sardet, it's clear he's not from around here.
I like our new governor, and I think that...
Greetings, madam. Did you happen to see, by any chance, who stuck up these posters?
Oh, you are the famous legate these posters speak of. You would never tell me if it were all true. Anyway, if you want revenge against the woman who stuck 'em up, you're too late. The guards caught her in the act, and when they saw what was written on the posters, they took her to the barracks. She must be rotting away in jail now.
Thank you. And you shouldn't believe those lies.
As if you could say anything else.
Hello. I'm the bastard murderer from your posters.
Oh, Your Excellency. I'm not responsible for the content of those posters. I had no choice but to stick them up. In a sense, the guard's arrest protected me, but my partner is under lock and key and guarded by armed men who bear the DeVesp livery. They are responsible. They forced me to stick these posters up all around town. They threatened to kill my partner. If you don't stop them, they will kill him. I beg you, free him.
I believe you, and I will free your friend if I can. Do you know where the other posters are? I must destroy this nonsense before it creates a riot.
No, they only gave me one stack of them. They certainly have more, but I don't know where they're hiding the rest. The men who are holding him must know.
Very well. I have no other choice but to free him. Where is he being held?
Behind the barracks, along the docks. Please, hurry!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Thank you for freeing me from those murderers' clutches. Do you know where my friend is? She went to stick up those horrible posters.
She sent me to rescue you. She was imprisoned, but she'll probably get out soon. The presence of these men will prove that she had no intention of causing an insurrection.
Oh, you've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I was worried she'd been killed. They were such brutes.
I must destroy the rest of those posters. Do you have any idea where those men could have hidden them?
Well, they spoke of having a reserve just outside of town. In a small hut, if my memory serves me well. You should go and check.
Thank you. And try to...